10 minutes of Metro Exodus gameplay. All right.
It's ready for you.
Vertical Planet, thank you for the $5. Verticality. Will you stop and get on the goddamn intercom and get this Taylor over here for Fix My Blazer exchange? You really need to get a hold of this arena staff, man. Is that Tim the Tatman shooting? There's lots of characteristics, right? I mean, this literally looks like Tim the Tatman is in full control of this weapon. Look at this thing. A little bit to the left there, Timmy. How about to the right? Ah, you missed that shot too. All right, you got him. Oh, you missed again, Timmy. You're leading your shots too much. Hey, Timmy, hey, Metro Exodus. Next time you want to demo your game, make sure you get a real online killer. You see what I'm saying? Right? So what am I watching here? Other than one of the most generic shooting. This looks like it could be like kind of an interesting single player experience, you know what I mean?
Welcome to my store. The only rule here is to untether your imagination and unleash it on the world.
PlayStation.
Had a car like this, I wouldn't want to head there. The lighthouse is
Dark Zone. Oh, here's a raw gameplay.
There's no such thing as a perfect writer.
First off, how are people getting raw gameplay?
This is why I use Grammarly to check my work.
If I'm putting commas in the wrong places, that can shift my credibility and ability to influence and persuade others.
It helped me become a better writer and not be so afraid to share.
English is my second language, but I use Grammarly pretty much every time I type on my computer.
Jesus Christ. All right, no comment. So, I didn't know typing was such a sensitive subject, man. Anyways, here's raw gameplay of the Division 2 Dark Zone. I haven't seen this video. This would be kind of interesting to dissect this a little bit, huh? Good. So far, I'm glad that we're watching this video rather than the trailers. Because you know what the trailer is, right? Here's what the trailer by Ubisoft would be. All right, Potflow. I think there's a guy up here in the enemy, up in the top. Roger that. I'll try to loop around on the right side, flank him. That's a great idea. Uh-oh, how many grenades do you have? I have 2. Here's one. Maybe use that on this northeast side of the building. That's a great idea. Doing it now. Like the perfect communication. I can't stand that. Shout out youtube.com/wids. That's what it says, man. That's how you brand yourself. That's how you know, that's how you. Anthony Can, thank you for the tier 1. So far, the Dark Zone is just blowing my mind away, man. This is just absolutely amazing. These video games that are coming out, they're just on a whole nother level, man. Anthony Can, thank you for the tier 1. Sosos 2 months. Ewok, thank you for the 5 months. Mr. Dude, 5 months. iCats, 6 months in the Champions Club. Hawshock the Lord, thank you for the 5. I'm pissed off! Just got to my locker and someone's taking my fake Steven Seagal ponytail. What the fuck? Are you serious? Come on, mama. Who the fuck? You don't got the guts to stick around. Not when this stallion right here that you're staring at, this video gaming 6'8" freak of nature, digital dominator, you're looking at the best. You think this guy's gonna stick around? I got you covered. Brand new Steven Seagal ponytail in your locker.
Whoops. I didn't know it, sorry.
What happened right there?
Whoops. I didn't know it, sorry.
What are the people at this, like, the Ubisoft say, don't touch that button! Jesus Christ, this is this is an inside NDA demo. You press that button, god damn it. Okay, so one thing I don't have two, like, I played the first one and I did do the Dark Zone. I just, for whatever reason, I can't remember, like, the little, I guess for me, the Division 1 was very repetitive, especially in the Dark Zone. It felt like you're going to the same spot to extract stuff, and the fights were all the same because all the streets and the designs of the streets and the alleyways were like the same dimensions, and it felt very samey to me. And I could be wrong on that. I don't know if, like, later on they expanded on it, whatever. But I'll tell you right now, just by looking at this, it looks like the combat spaces might be a little bit more interesting.
Entered.
Don't tell me they're still doing, like, the half cover of the zone to extract.
Teammate down.
Bro, you play BRs. I understand that. But I think, like, anything that's doesn't have, I don't know.
Rogue status removed.
You gotta switch your shoulder, buddy.
Yet again, Liu Kang, you've chosen the wrong destiny.
Here, let's watch this video. I understand and wish to proceed. I got a little tired of watching that guy's gameplay. Let's get right into
Welcome
this.
to the Division 2 Agent Briefing, Dark Zones and Conflict. 7 months after the virus outbreak, Washington, D.C. is on the brink of collapse, threatening the fate of the entire country. You, agents of the Division, are the last line of defense. At launch, the Division 2 will offer a realistic and immersive experience, including an accessible range of online multiplayer activities across 3 new Dark Zones and Conflict, our organized PvP modes. After attempts to eradicate the virus failed, quarantined areas quickly formed and an insufficiently tested chemical was deployed, DC-62. The results were devastating. DC-62 proved to be just as lethal and left a path of desolation across concentrated areas of the city. Dark Zone, the Division's intense mix of PvP and PvE, is returning. The Dark Zone is a unique environment filled with rewards, where anything can happen and no one can be trusted. Agents will now be able to access 3 different Dark Zones, each with its own distinct environment, landmarks, and challenges, and with up to 12 players sharing the same zone. The 3 different Dark Zones host a wide variety of environments and gameplay, providing players with a renewed experience and different challenges every time they play. The walled-off Dark Zones have remained untouched by scavengers, leaving these areas filled with high-level equipment. But some of these items are toxic and will need to be extracted before they can be used. Agents can obtain equipment by clearing landmarks, taking down enemy factions, or securing supply drops, but also by embracing new ways to play as they turn against other agents. This is classified as going rogue. Rogue agents can now lockpick supply crates, steal other agents' contaminated gear before extraction, and hack SHD terminals to obtain valuable resources. But some still prefer a more radical approach.
I don't know, man. It just looks more of the same. That's just me. I don't know. I guess I have to be kind of like a Division 1 player to really appreciate the upgrades or the new stuff they're adding in the game. I don't know. It looks like very flat. All the gameplay is very flat. When games are going so vertical, right? Like Fortnite's very vertical. If you think about it, Blackout's extremely vertical, even though they don't have boost jump, but it still feels like it's a lot more vertical than that, right? Ring of Elysium's extremely vertical. Boring Grounds, still very unathletic, boring. Sea of Thieves feels vertical, you know? I don't know, man. Division 2 kind of feels very flat to me. What was I talking about? Oh, the flat feel. Gears of War is obviously a different beast. It's the art, direction, the storyline, especially from Gears 1 and Gears 2. And those mechanics. It's played competitively, right? Like Gears of War is played competitively, so, or it used to be played competitively. I don't hear about it too much, though. But anyways, I think they've done a really good job in trying to innovate off that flat level gameplay. Flat, as in feet on the ground. There's not much jumping around or climbing to vertical areas. I don't think there's a lot of room to work with that flat gaming feel anymore, especially with the new generation of kids growing up. I mean, look at them, man. Like, they're exposed. Like, if you think about it, this new era of kids, they're growing up into Fortnite. They're growing up into these battle royale games that you're flying in, and Call of Duty, you can go on any roof, jump off any roof, or jump off of higher platforms and wingsuit somewhere. It's all about verticality. It's about exploring the 3D realm, the 3D space. And so when you have feet on the ground, it just feels so limited, especially when you're shooting somebody, right? Like, I think we were trying to get into verticality. I mean, verticality, like, if you think about Halo 1 and Halo 2, there's a lot of verticality in those games. And I just don't see games with feet on the ground, boots on the ground, if you will, with limited verticality being that interesting anymore. I think it needs to go the other way. Like, if I were to build a game, that's the first thing I'd explore is player mechanics or mechanics in a game that explore the 3D space as much as possible. And I know a lot of games are trying that. Like, if you saw what was the game that Cliffy B was worked on?